Good morning, man. As you can see, a few punches to the face. Whew. It's a whole lot of hate. A whole lot of. Whole lot of hate. You know, hate. It's too early in the morning for that. August 31st, 2021. You know, today's a Tuesday, California time, 8:05. The devil. Me, I love to talk about the good things that God does in my life. But you can't have good without having the devil work too against you. That's one thing I've realized, man. I told you I think it's God and the devil work in the same channel. Feel me? It seems like the devil has no purpose. His only purpose is to see what God is doing so he can disrupt that. Come on, let's go, please. That's his only purpose. It seems like he just don't have a purpose of his own. He waits on to see what God is doing. Let it pass. Yeah, let's just put him on camera. Thank you. He waits to see what God is doing or what God is about to do. Then his job is to disrupt it, to make it not come fruition. See, that's the same thing these niggas do sometimes. They don't have no purpose until they see somebody else on their purpose, and their job is to stop that person from achieving their purpose. But apart from that, they don't come up with new ideas on their own. They never have new ideas. Their ideas is always based, it's an offset of what somebody has already put forward. And they try to steal it or disrupt it. They are in the business of disrupting and agitating and basically fucking shit up, basically. You feel me? Just to put it into a French word. Just fucking shit up. Nah, man. Wait. You feel me? That's what they're in the business of. The devil don't have a purpose. The devil does not. He just don't have the intelligence to create something new. The only thing he does is feed off on what God has already put him forward and try to destroy it. You feel me? It's in the business of destroying itself. You feel me? Anything that tries to destroy itself will try to destroy everything else around it. Because it's a suicidal. You feel me? That's what the devil's in the business of. That's why I always say God and the devil, they work in the same channel, because the devil don't really have a channel. It's literally working in God's channel. It does the same thing as God, but it has a different intention of how he do things, because he really don't even have an intention. His purpose in life is just to create chaos. That's what his purpose is. His purpose is to bring fear, confusion. He has to be a disruptive force. He's a disruptive spirit. You feel me? It is. It's like if you build, it's like the devil's like, he's the person. If you build your house with bricks, with woods, and your foundation is unstable, he's the Prince of Air. He will come and break it down. That's what his job is to do. Like, his job is to knock down. Shout out to TD Jakes, Bishop TD Jakes, for even inspiring this. I just listened to him. I'm like, you know what? Let me take some of the things that he said and add on to something that I've said previously about God and the devil working in the same channel. That was something I thought of, but the Prince of Air is something that I just heard him say. Then I'm like, you know what? I can add it on to what I've already said, which is the fact that when you build your house on rocks, right? The hurricane, the wind, we're in the hurricane season right now. The wind wave may come and it will try very hard to knock it off, but it just can't knock it off because the foundation is strong. You built it with a solid rock and stones and everything else like that. But if you build it on a shaky foundation with woods and everything else, it easily sweeps it away. That's what the devil does. His job is to be chaotic, disruptive. catastrophic. You feel me? That's his job. His job is to make your job. He gotta knock away the weak ones. That's what he does. But he envy the strong ones. He doesn't care about the weak ones. He really doesn't, because he knows he's powerful enough to knock off the weak one. But he strives to get the strong one. He always striving to get the ones with a strong foundation. But he's not strong enough to knock off a house with a solid brick, and you built it on a rock and everything else. And when the wind comes, it's very hard for them to knock it. And that's what the jealousy of the devil comes from. That's why the devil always go for the ones that are strong, but it's not even capable of doing so. That's God's favorite. Like Joshua in the Bible. Not Joshua, like Joe in the Bible. That's my bus, by the way. I just didn't wait for it because I didn't have to. I'm early. I decided to walk, you feel me? These are the things that you gotta do. You gotta build a solid foundation. You have the luxury of walking or taking the bus or riding your car, and you decide to walk. You build your foundation stronger. You feel me? And this is what the devil has to disrupt. Things that are inevitable. Things that belong to you. The devil will fight you for something that belongs to you, as if it belongs to them. That shit don't even make sense, but he will still fight it and try to convince you that it's not yours. You feel me? It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, because God will give you things that belongs to you and say, yo, these things are rightfully yours. You are made perfect. You're supposed to have these things. God said, go out into the world and multiply. Have abundance. You feel me? You are born in abundance. God is a giving God. Merciful one. But the devil is somebody who wants to take away things that doesn't even belong to him. It doesn't even, it's not, your name is not on it, my G. Your name is not on it. But yet he's trying very hard just to be disruptive. He has to bring chaotic into your life. He has to. He has to fight you tooth and nail for something that you work hard for. And if it's not strong enough, he will knock it down so that you can rebuild it again. If you see it from the right perspective, he's actually there to strengthen you. Some of us break down. For real, think about it. If the devil works like a predator, always scheming, creeping, scrambling, and taking off the weak ones in your crew, eventually after a while, he takes away everything that's weak in your life. That the only thing that's left is strong. Because he cannot defeat the strong, because he's not powerful enough to take the strong ones out. So in turn, the devil makes you stronger through the process that he takes you through. Just like any predator, you think about a lion, a wolf, and everything, and when they start scheming, they always go for the youngest one, or the oldest one, or the sick ones in the herd. Always. The strong ones, when they go head to head, more than likely the lion will die. Because when they go against a bull, the bull, you've seen it your Animal Channel, sometimes the bull end up killing these lions. So they always go for the weak one, or the ones that's not paying attention. They're just eating and they step away from the group, and he's just not paying attention. That's a weak one. When you don't pay attention, and that's a weak. You feel me? You have to always be attentive. Although you eating. That's why I said a prey and a predator. A prey never find it hard to find something to eat. They're always in a group. They're in the family system. The strong ones are always on the outpost. Any deer system, you know the prey system. They're always on the outpost. They got an organized system going on. They got the young ones and the older ones in the middle, while the fastest ones are on the outside. They're like the gates or the army that protects the weak ones that's in the middle, or the ones that need care, like old and young. And there's always one child or older one, or the youngest one, who always straight off because they eating, and they don't pay attention. The prey seems to have an abundance. Seems to be very loving, beautiful, and don't have a care in the world. While the predator seems to always be in agitation. Constantly have to fight off other predators like hyenas. and constantly had to fight off people in his own family. Like the young ones have to drive them off. Like a lion always have to drive off his cub. What kind of a father will kill his own child because he's scared of the threat that could, come on, man. But yet we praise the lion and we praise these wolves, and these things are predators. And what kind of a lion will eat first and let the woman and the child eat last? Yet we pray the lion and we get these lion tattoos and make it seem like we fucking strong. That's insecurity. But anyway, back to the story, man. These niggas act like predators. That's what they do. Predators always go for the weak ones and the ones that are not paying attention, and the young ones, like, they go for people who are vulnerable. They'll come after you when you're sleeping and stuff like that. These are predators, predatorial behaviors. This is what they do. They creep. And they scramble, like, just come in witches. You feel me? This is what they do. They will never face you one-on-one. And they create chaos. So they make noises so people can be, once you create distraction and you chaotic, your whole system breaks down because everybody starts running everywhere. Now your whole system breaks down. That's what a lion does. He creates chaos. The herd start running which and every way. You feel me? They just start running. And guess what happens? This is when the enemy has an opportunity because your foundation is scrambled and everybody's running everywhere because you're not organized now. You have to be organized even when there's a distress. You feel me? You have to stick together even when there's a distraction. You have to. You feel me? Because the enemy strives off people being in stress. He, she, it, they levitate when there's a distressful moment because they work very well because they like chaotic situations. This is how they get to operate. You feel me? Because they're already a chaotic individual, so they get to operate in this sense of thinking that yes, and they start attacking and they start moving in and everything else like that. This is what they do. They like chaoticness. They like loneliness. They like somebody who's by themselves. This is what they like. It makes it that much easier for them to attack and conquer you because you don't have a structure. You don't have a foundation. The Prince of Air, ones that knock things down over. The wind start blowing and just bringing chaos and fear, agitation. You build something up, it's not strong enough, he will come and knock it down, and that's what brings him joy. It's this very spirit that he thrives on. You understand? They work in the same field, man. God builds it, the devil comes and try to destroy it. Tries to, you feel me? If you work in the same spirit and if you work in the same spirit as God, basically a path that God has already created. So the spirit is, to me, it's like if God walked by, if God was to walk by this very road, right? What his very presence is fruitful. So wherever he walks by, wherever he passes by, no matter how long it's been, that place also holds a blessing and grace over it. So if you work in the same path that God has walked by, you can benefit off that path itself. That's how I see it. You feel me? So if you're a person who's working in that same path that God has already passed by itself, remind you, anywhere that God was, he blessed that place. You see me? It's almost like a tree that is bearing fruit. And once the fruit falls into the ground and nobody picks it up, the fruit digests, and the seed itself, it goes back into the soil and it brews more flowers and everything else like that. Because God is an abundant God. So everything that he does by default is also abundant. You feel me? Even when the intention is not there, it's like forever blessings whenever he's around. You feel me? That's just his nature. His nature is very giving. You feel me? So that's why he requires a lot of attention from us, because when you in his grace, you benefit a lot. You feel me? It's very beneficial when you in his grace. Let him pass, man. These niggas is haters. I'm just trying to describe how I see it in my mind. You feel me? This is what happens. So whenever God passed by, let's just say I'm walking on this path right now, and God walk on the same path. Well, if I'm walking on the same path, I benefit from the path that I'm walking on. The devil's job itself, he don't have no path. He only watches God to see what God is doing so he can be, because he's a hater. That's what he does. He's a disruptor. Feel me? So he also want to walk on the same path that God walk on. So whenever you walking on that path, he will make it very hard for you to even walk on that path, because he does not want you to get those graces. You feel me? Remember, in the beginning, he was jealous that he had to bow to men. So his whole work is to make sure that you don't know the information that you need to know to get out of the situation that you're in. His whole work is to make sure that the path that you're walking on is slippery. So once God walked through that path, he want to pour some water on that path so you can slip and fall. You feel me? That's his whole work. His whole work is to disrupt and destroy. The devil to come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what he does. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. He's going to kill your spirit, steal your blessing, and destroy them. Destroy whatever foundation you have on if it's not strong enough, especially if you're not walking the same path as God himself. Feel me? Because you already, hold on, it's raining. Because you already benefiting from God because you're a child of God already. By default, you benefit. Even if you don't do right, you still going to benefit. Look at people who come to this country. By default, they're benefiting from the hard work that our ancestors have already put in. By default, it's like, all you gotta do is find a way to get in. And once you in, you gonna benefit. Like, you ain't even work for it, but you still gonna benefit off it. You feel me? A lot of niggas come here illegally and still benefit off it. Their kids is gonna benefit off it. The opportunity is there. It doesn't matter if you have the right paperwork. It doesn't matter how you did it. By default, you in the house of the Lord, so you all gonna benefit. By default, you feel me? And that's how God works. You feel me? The sun shines on all of us, even some of us that don't deserve it. And it rains on all of us, even when we don't deserve it. You feel me? He doesn't pick and choose. Like, well, this person deserves more, so I'm gonna give him a little more. That's when you put in the work. When you put in the work and you in the work consistently, he gives you that extra, that special kind of blessing. You feel me? And the enemy definitely envy you for that. They even envy you more. And those are the ones that I was talking earlier that the devil really goes for. Those that get the extra kind of blessing, like Joe. Because the devil can knock down any and everybody if he wants to. But the strong ones is the ones that he actually go for. That's what he thirsts for. You feel me? That's what he envies for. That's what he wants the most. You feel me? I can't believe I'm walking in the rain. I ain't talking. You already know what time it is. But they will fight you tooth and nail for something that don't even belong to them. Something that you put yourself in the path to do. But yeah, he's fighting tooth and nail. It doesn't even belong to him. It does not. See? That's how he thinks, man. He's so selfish in his approach that he thinks that whatever blessings that you get, it's his blessing. Because remember, he's still jealous of that time when they told him to bow down to us. And he said, no, I'm not going to bow down to them. You feel me? He's still rebelling. He has that rebelling spirit. He's an outcast. Outcast. Shout out to outcast. But he is an outcast. He has a rebelling spirit. His spirit is rebelling. He's like, it's to go against. It's to be like, no, that don't belong to. It's very envious. That's a rebelling spirit. It's jealous. That's a rebelling spirit. You feel me? Stealing. That's a rebelling spirit. Taking things that don't belong to you. That's a rebelling spirit. You feel me? Accusing others of the things that you do is also a rebelling spirit. You feel me? These are all spirit of the devil. The devil even has his own spirit because of the things that he generated and his behavior itself. I'm gonna explain it a little better. If I was to, the motion that I create has a life force that it takes of its own. Let me repeat that again. The motion that I create has a life force on it. The motion that I create has a life force of its own. You feel me? If you constantly creating some motion, then I don't even know how to put it. I'm trying to put it in technology sense. Even technology itself is a spirit. But the motion that I create has a life force of its own. If it just do, man. Like, I don't know how, I hope you get it in the way you get it. Because it makes clear sense to my mind, but I'm trying to put it in a better way. But the motion that I create has a life force of its own, man. And that's the same thing with bad spirit and good spirit and anything that you do. The things that you create in your life will have a life force of its own. And the life force is based on the motion, the things, the emotion that you put in there, the motion, the movement that you put in there, the constant work that you put in there. Anything that moves creates a life force of its own. Just like in the beginning, when God moved over the water, it created a life force of its own. And you also work in that kind of power and realm. So with the things that you do and the things that you move over, the emotion that you that you apply to your life will also create a life force of its own. Anyway, man, it's about to stop raining, and I'm almost there. Feel me? The hate is strong, but the love is stronger. You feel me? And it could be a million hate. One love can conquer it all. Reason why: it takes a million of hatefulness to equivalent to one love. You feel me? That's why the love is strong. That's why the love is stronger. You dig? But if you find yourself battling people from all kinds of life, feel me? If you find yourself battling people from here to over there, the amount of people that you battle is equivalent to you, that one person. You feel me? So the more people that you fight, the stronger you are as a person. Because a million hate is equivalent to one love. So if you have that many people, if you got 10 people fighting against you, then that 10 is equal to you 1. That's how strong you are. That's how you measure your strength. This is the formula itself. You feel me? You have to. This is how you measure your strength, and this is how you measure your blessings, and this is how you measure your. This is how you measure yourself. You know what I mean? As an individual, you take a look at the opposition and see how many is against you, or all the things that you're in your life, and you compare it to your old self, and you're like, damn. Not even your old. I'm talking about just yourself. And that is your strength right there. And this is how you measure your excellence, your intelligence. You feel me? The amount of things that's going against you is how you measure yourself. So if you have that many people, you feel me? Billy, Bob, Poppy, you name me, Hundus, Han, and everybody else. You feel me? If you have that many people, I'm talking about all the different races. You know what I mean? Muhammad, Akami, and all that niggas. You feel me? If you have that many people going against you, that's how you measure your strength and shit like that. You feel me? But I'm about to get off this. I spoke through the rain. I told you it was going to stop raining. You feel me? Yeah, it definitely did stop raining because I said it. But we're still in the midst of it. A little drizzle here and there, but it's not going to start until I get in the building. You dig? Anyway, man, yeah, we back in this bitch. I'm about to holler at y'all later. 24 minutes is not bad. Pass by. But the devil will always fight things. The devil is not fighting. He's not fighting you for things that belong to him. He's fighting you for things that belong to you. So that being said, you ought to fight. At least you know it belongs to you. It doesn't belong to him. It belongs to you. So you ought to fight and believe that shit belongs to you. You feel me? It's your shit. Why is he fighting you so hard for something that belongs to you? Trying to accuse you of something that is not even there. They always fight you for the things that belongs to you and give you things that does not belong to you. God operates in the opposite way. God give you things that belong to you and try to take away things from your life that doesn't belong to you. Intentions. You feel me? The devil will fight you tooth and nail for things that belongs to you and try to place things upon you that don't belong to you, like disease, curses, lies. You feel me? That's what the devil wants. He wants to give you. That's his gift. He has nothing to give but just these fucking gifts, these dirty gifts that he want to give to you. Dirt, shit, and all kinds of, that's all the things that he can offer to you. But God want to take those things away from you and give you riches, intelligence, peace, blessings, grace. You feel me? Good things. You feel me? And that's why I said they work the same, but their intentions is different. They work in the same channel, but the intentions is different. That's all. You feel me? Anyway, I don't know what you call this. I'm gonna watch it back myself and the title will pop up. I'll holler at you.